Senator Jonathan Perry served as the Master of Ceremonies.
You should know there's shorter people than you. Good evening. How y'all doing? Great. What a wonderful crowd. Thank y'all so much for coming out. My name is Senator Jonathan Perry. I am the chairman for the Acadiana Delegation. We want to thank each and every one for coming out this evening. How was the food? Was the food not good? And the music? How was the music? Well, I can tell you in the legislature, that's two things that always set Acadiana apart from everybody else. As the food and the music, right? But there's also one other thing that always sets us apart. And that is we tend to be smarter than other areas of the state. No, I'm just saying. I mean, that's just my opinion. And I'll give you a perfect example. We always have stories that we can relate to people, and it makes the bills pass easier. All the time. And people always say, as an elected official, what's the most bizarre or strange story or request that someone has ever asked? I said, that's easy. 2 weeks after I got sworn in for state senate, I got a call from the sheriff in Vermilion Parish, Mr. Mike Couvillon. And Sheriff Couvillon said, Senator Perry, I have a very bizarre and unique request. I said, anything for you, Sheriff, especially during an election year. He said, we have a gentleman that passed away in Pelican Island. He has no family that we know of. He was born and raised way in the far northeast by Baton Rouge. Some of y'all get that tomorrow. Hold on. He said, would you mind coming and doing a graveside service for this gentleman? I said, Sheriff, I'd be honored and humbled. I had never been asked to do anything like this. So the day comes, and if you're familiar with Pelican Island, there's not many roads, but the turnoffs, if you miss them, you're in trouble. So I'm running late, 4 kids, they got me running, grab the bob, or get in the car, and I'm heading down from Kaplan. Well, I'm running about an hour late, so you could about imagine, man, I'm nervous, had never done this, I'm honored and humbled. I get there, the sheriff's gone, the hearse is gone, the only people there are the 4 gentlemen who actually put the hoe. So I felt horrible. Grab my Bible and I get out. I go and I look. They had already actually put the vault on the hoe. So you could about imagine how I feel. So I'm thinking, what do I do now? So I go and I say, gentlemen, I see you're eating lunch. I don't want to bother you, but if you could, please come make a circle. I'll perform my service and I'll be out of your hair. Okay, well, they get up and no big deal. Never done it before, but I think I did pretty good, man. I'm reading from verses. I can't even sing, and I sing Amazing Grace. When I wrap it up, I noticed the eldest man out of the 4 was just weeping and crying. And I remember the sheriff telling me that this man that had passed away had no family that they knew of. So I'm thinking, what is going on? So I tell them, thank you. I wrap up the service, and I go to leave, and this gentleman says, Senator Perry. And I turn around. I said, yes, sir. And he comes up to me, and he puts his arms around me, and he puts his head in my shoulder, and he just starts crying and weeping. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he must have known this person. So finally, I stepped back and I said, sir, I see you're emotional about this. Did you know this person? And with tears flowing down his face, he said, no, sir, but I've been doing this for 25 years, and I've never seen anybody pray over a septic tank. So that's how we do it in the Acadiana Delegation.